First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll. And off we go from Soldier Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Howard. And now Jordan Howard slow to get to his feet, so they will stop play here. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now a carry for the change of pace back, the rookie Tariq Cohen. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And now with the play clock just about to expire, John Fox is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. He'll try the air now with Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Deion Jones leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Third and long, it's Tannehill. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Now Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If indeed the Chicago Bears were looking for a nice change-up to Jordan Howard at running back, they found it in Tariq Cohen. I'm telling you, this guy is shifty, quick. Even though he's small in stature, some people have called him the latest human joystick.
How about that? That'll be fun for Madden players. Just 5'6", but as you said, he can move. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Off the toss, Cohen. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. To throw on second down is Tannehill. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Adrian Claiborne in there to get him for a loss of 5. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Pat O'Donnell to punt in his 4th year from Miami. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They run. Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Third and long. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Matt Bosher, 7th-year man from Miami, on to punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. Takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go! Ryan 38!
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the wideout in motion. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Vic Beasley coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And he's going to go down again. The rookie from UCLA, Takk McKinley. And it'll be 4th down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Falcons offense, as they head back out there, Charles, what can this unit do for an encore? You look at 2016, they scored 540 points, 71 more than anybody else in the league. So those are big shoes to fill.
They certainly are. While they'll have a different play caller in 2017, they still have Matt Ryan at quarterback, who was the NFL's MVP last year, had a phenomenal season. And with his work ethic, he expects to be even better as he continues to move forward. Still have Julio Jones to throw the ball to. Two-headed monster at running back. They feel great about offense. And they got better on defense as the year went along last year and actually drafted another pass rusher and Takk McKinley out of UCLA. For them, the encore is getting back to the Super Bowl and winning it this time.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now Ryan on second down. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Partner, our parents always told us that relationships were going to be important in life. Taylor Gabriel knew Kyle Shanahan in Cleveland before he was the offensive coordinator in Atlanta. And boy, that payoff for the Falcons picking him up.
Yeah, last year he had more touchdowns actually than Julio Jones. He had 7. Jones had 6. And good parental advice there, Mr. Davis. And incomplete as the screen there unsuccessful. So now fourth down coming up. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And he's got room. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line. Well, first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Black round! Black round! Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go!
First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Dontrell Inman, the intended target, and it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. The offense got the ball in a good spot, but they went nowhere. They settled for 3.
Brandon, I think it's safe to say that was a major disappointment. Had a great opportunity, excellent field position, and did not be able to move the ball at all. Big-time letdown.
And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
On first down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Julio back-to-back all-pro seasons. Last year over 1,400 yards, averaged over 100 yards per game, tops in the NFL.
And that's the stat that catches my eye. Over 100 yards per game, and you always hear about defenses saying, we can rotate, we can send people in it.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, 37 yards. And the Falcons are in for 6. Well, he was the MVP of the NFL last year, off to a good start this year as well as he connects on his first touchdown pass of the new season.
And it takes a lot to be able to kind of shake off the year before. What I mean by shake off, put it aside. Just because you're the MVP before doesn't mean you're naturally going to play to that level the next season. But he's managed to go ahead and compartmentalize, and he's off to a really nice start.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. For the Bears, as their offense takes the field, I guess you figure last season was kind of rock bottom, Charles. They finished 3-13, tying a franchise record for losses in a year. They used 3 different starting QBs and were last in the NFC North for the 3rd straight season. So where does the optimism come from this year?
That's what the Bears fans are asking themselves, because they are a defensive-minded group of people, right? They love their heroes that stop other people from scoring. And I thought that's where they were headed in the draft. Instead, you did hear the name Mitchell Trubisky, but you made the case. 3 different starting quarterbacks in 2016. And think about their division. Look who's playing quarterback in Green Bay, in Detroit, in Minnesota. They've got to have...
They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, after the success they had on the second play of the drive, I think they were trying to recreate it with that pass, weren't they?
Yeah, they were trying to go a little tic-tac-toe, 3 plays and in the end zone.
I like that. Can I just put the X in the middle to block as the defense just did there?
Sure. Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Vic Beasley's an absolute terror off the edge now. His rookie year only had 4 sacks, but that was because he was playing out of position as defensive end and had a bad shoulder.
So last year, 15.5 sacks. I think he's in the right position now.
They figured out where to put him in the scheme and turned him loose.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants. Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in week one. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Starts with a handoff to Coleman. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Another nice move. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 65 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. They try again with Cohen. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third down, it's Cohen, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Glennon going to give this one to Cohen. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And it's complete. The tight end, Deion Sims. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
This is Cohen, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try and open things up in the run game.
A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Shift together here from the D-line. Ryan now off the bootleg. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second and 10 now. Ryan. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Mitch on Ryan. Able to drop him for a loss of 4. So the sack pushes him back, and now third and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bears will take over at their own 20. They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. Here we go. Back there, Philly. Here we go.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Bears on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, down there. Blue, down. Over. All right, now, look at that. No. Check. Patriot. Check 25. Kill. Now, let's go. No. Check. Patriot. Watch you now, Barney. Watch you now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56.
This is Cohen on the toss. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And he's got some space here. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Andre Roberts now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Sam Acho in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Matt Bosher now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Cunningham. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Glennon. Over the middle, it's complete. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Here we go. Gone.
And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Blue, landing. No. Leopard. Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Leopard. Here we go now. Gone. No. Check. Patriot. Over. Switch.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. On play action, they'll throw. That's complete to Meredith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try.
Hurry up, here we go.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. And now, is it fourth down? No, it's third down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. And his kick is right there. It's good. Elsewhere, Ford Field. They're into the fourth quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Chicago, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week one victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons,